6 hours, Linda Payne and her children have been blasted by a powerful electrical storm off the coast of Texas. A tugboat deckhand, Albert Ray Randolph, has jumped aboard to ride out the storm with the family. Hopes of a rescue are dwindling fast.
I was scared for him, the boat just from one side to the other, just any minute, you're just really believing it's going to turn over, it's going to go bottom up, There's no way to do anything to make it any better or make it end.
I can't believe I got us into this situation. It's a heart-wrenching thing for me. And being a mom and knowing that it's up to me to make sure that these children are taken care of, that they get back safely. I felt like I had let them down.
In Austin, Texas, her husband Carl hasn't heard from his family for hours. He dreads the worst.
Nothing mattered. Nothing. I didn't even want to see the boat. Because if fiberglass is a metal, you can always replace it. You can't replace the children.
Aboard the rescue boat, Jason Turner and his Coast Guard crew comb the bay.
Searching. I thought they might have been washing my beach somewhere.
Finally, a sailboat ahead.
After what seemed like forever and ever, the Coast Guard came.
It's succession around your county.
The Coast Guard throws a tow line. This time, it fits. Turner and his crew begin to tow the sailboat to shore.
I always think of the kids, being on there and about God looking after us, I guess, because they made it. When I really didn't think any of us were going to.
At the Coast Guard base, the fire that broke out earlier has been extinguished. For Tate McDaniel's first day in charge of the station, finally, his bad luck is starting to improve. At last, Linda and her kids are in good hands. Then, outside the radio room, more good news. After motoring blindly for hours, Thad Wagner and his men appear out of the gloom. They are completely spent. The storm begins to release its deadly grip over Corpus Christi. The last of 30 thunderstorms is dissipating, enough to allow the Coast Guard chopper crew to take off and start the search for the missing fishermen, Joe, Mark, and the young boys. Co-pilot Rusty Sloan is all too aware of the difficult task ahead.
When you're looking for somebody in the water, and that's what we're seeing at this point, you're looking for something literally the little size of a melon, in the Gulf of Mexico.
They search for over an hour. By now, the helicopter is getting low on fuel. But just before the crew heads back to base, something catches Sloan's eye.
I saw what literally looked like a Tic Tac sticking out of a bathtub, and that was the front of the boat. And you don't see people, then your heart just kind of sinks. It was not 2 minutes after we found the boat that we saw a signal from some light. The trauma wasn't over for them. Being hoisted up in a helicopter is a traumatic situation. And literally, I need a rotor wash, which is the velocity of a hurricane. And we're putting him right back in the situation that got him into that situation.
Almost out of fuel, the chopper crew has a very limited time to rescue the group. They can't take them all at once. They hoist the boys and their dad first and head to shore to refuel. They will return immediately to pick up the rest.
I think that I never let it sink in until we were in the helicopter flying back and the pilot said I have 6 survivors. And that's when it sunk in, and that's when I got chills down my spine.
That night, the storm passes. A foot of rain and hurricane force winds last for more than 7 hours. Incredibly, it takes no lives. Linda Payne and her kids finally reach shore and step onto solid ground with Albert. He remains a reluctant hero.
I guess anyone would, you know, in the same situation. I just don't want to ever be in that situation again.
He instilled in us that extra bit of courage it took to make it to the end.
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
Get that.
Move my. I'm filming it.
Albert,
I'm 410
extra
seconds.
It was rescued him.
I'll show you if you want.